First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Logan Gilbert.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Jarren Duran. And that's through there for a strike. And we're underway from Seattle. Outside. Next offering way upstairs. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Arozarena makes the catch. And there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Here's Alex Bregman. And first offering is fouled off. Gilbert, not a big strikeout guy, but still very effective as far as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that involves the defense and really gets him involved in the action.
He moves the ball around all the quadrants of the strike zone and will add and subtract velocity. And because of that, he gets the weak contact. It's all about missing the barrel of the bat.
Breaking ball misses down and away. It seems like this type of guy is kind of a dying breed nowadays.
Well, exactly. When teams are looking for high velocity, high strikeout rates, a guy like this doesn't necessarily do that. So in order to really appreciate how good he is, you have to see him, because if you're just looking at a stat sheet, you might overlook him.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. And that one upstairs, ball one. Two down, nobody on. On the ground, Crawford handles, throws to first, and Devers is set down. That ends the frame. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in Seattle, and today on the hill, Garrett Crochet. How about a scouting report on him?
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now Victor Robles. And the first offering is not close. And a big swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering is in for a strike. Fastball is outside. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Robles aboard here at first with nobody out. Snap throw to first. Robles dives back in. And it's even up.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Let's go, Rodriguez. We need a hit. 2-2.
In the dirt, blocked. Runner at first with no outs here.
Stay out of the double play.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Next to hit, Cal Raleigh. A switch hitter batting right. Outside low, and that is ball one.
You know, Raleigh made history in 2023. He had a game with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, becoming the first catcher in Mariners history to do that.
The 1-0. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Come on, Cal.
And a swing and a miss there.
Speaking of dingers, he's the second fastest to 50 home runs in Seattle history. Only A-Rod needed fewer games.
Misses inside, and the count is even 2-2.
2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runner at second here, one gone. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. That's in there. That's strike 1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Come on, Seattle.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs and one in scoring position. There's a swing and a drive. Going back, and that one is going to go. And they jump out front. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Well, Well, Boog, I feel like we're seeing more of this these days than we ever have before. You've got high velocities on the mound. You've got stronger hitters with really good pass to the baseball. So much power in this sport. Opposite field home run. I tell you what, I feel like I see at least one every day, and that was an incredible job to keep that ball fair.
And that's down and away. 2 out, space is empty. And that's outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings and misses, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park, top of the second. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bat.
This one swung on and hit well, way back there. And it is out of here. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Trying to bunt his way on. Picks it up with the bare hand. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Nearly a highlight reel play at third, but the bare hand grab still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though.
Masataka Yoshida digs in now. And that misses. Ball 1. Yoshida measures 5 feet 8 inches, batting 6th in today's lineup. And he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Story on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe.
You're kidding me.
The 1-1 is fouled off. No outs. Runner on second.
Sit him down.
Missed inside with the curve.
Finish him.
On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
And next for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. First offering, and it just misses. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Swings and misses. Going to count 1 and 2. Got him swinging.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason, and that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Connor Wong in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Tying run in scoring position here at the top of the second.
Come on, Seattle.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
2 outs. And that's outside.
Strike him out.
Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2.
Sit him down.
Next offering is outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Lifted in the air, right center field.
Get on your horse, go, go, go.
Robles pulls that one down, and that is that. Boston getting closer thanks to the homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Bottom of the second. Now batting Mitch Haniger.
Designated hitter, Mitch Haniger.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1. There's a strike. Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. And it's 1 and 2. Hit in the air, left field. Story
Let's go, come on.
squeezes it. 1 up, 1 down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
So digging in, J.P. Crawford. Foul ball there. One down, base is empty. And a strike in there.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Goes down looking.
Batting 8, the third baseman.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Polanco.
Line to left. Base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Dylan Moore in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Oh, it's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
And a 1-1. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Polanco off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Mariners leave 1. They lead it 2-1. On to the 3rd inning. Stepping in, Ceddanne Rafaela. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
Get out of here, Red Sox.
Gilbert back to work. And a foul ball.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
The 1-1. Fastball for a strike.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a 3rd baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Hit on the ground to short. Crawford fires across the diamond. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Up next for the Red Sox, the left fielder, Jaron Duran.
So the lineup flips over. Now batting Jaron Duran. Fly to left his first time.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
Ripped to short. Crawford throws to first in time. And a couple of quick outs.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Alex Bregman.
Now it's Alex Bregman. Struck out swinging his first time.
Overrated.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. Alex Bregman sends it out. And we're all square. It's 2-2.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Rafael Devers up next for the Red Sox. There's a strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Tied up here in the early going. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. Towards first, and it goes just foul. And a 1-2. Up the middle, Crawford. Slings to first, and the inning is over. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third, and now for Seattle, Victor Robles. Just missed. Line drive and foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air out to center. Rafaela coming on. Hauls it in after a long run. 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here we go, Mariners.
Rodriguez batting with 1 down, takes a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And now 1 and 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. And down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's the catcher to hit, Cal Raleigh. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
2 down, nobody on. And 1 and 2. And a base hit up the middle. And that extends the inning for Randy Arozarena.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Randy Arozarena. He's already homered here in this one. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third.
That's a ball.
This one in the dirt.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That misses the zone, and the count's full.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
3-2 on the way. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 3 innings complete. We are tied 2-2. Back in Seattle as we go to the top of the 4th. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas.
Let's go, Seattle.
Not even close there. 1-0.
You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
No, off the plate.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Here's Trevor Story.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, designated hitter Masataka Yoshida.
Masataka Yoshida, the next to hit. Runner on the go. That one the other way, and there's a base hit. Around second is Casas. The throw to third, and he's out.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong, as a really nice throw came into third.
Wilyer Abreu now at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit.
1 ball, no strike.
Yoshida, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Come on in.
In the air out towards right center. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Red Sox. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Bottom of the 4th, and now the first baseman, Luke Raley. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
This one in the air. Devers drops into the glove, and there's one down.
Up next for the Mariners, the designated hitter, Mitch.
Now, Mitch Haniger. Flied out his first time.
Hey, Red Sox, get out of here.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
2 balls, no strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
2-1.
That one missed. Lifted in the air, right field. And there's 2 away.
Come on now.
Now batting, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
And the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. He's 0 for 1.
Let's go, Seattle.
And that's in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Next
Ball
offering misses. 2-1.
Ball 3. 3-1.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Back at T-Mobile Park, we go to the top of the fifth. Here's the speedy catcher, Connor Wong. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
That one is absolutely belted. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela. Grounded out his first time. Lined into right. It drops in, gets away a little bit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 2 in this one. Hits the top of the zone at 98 for a strike. Wong on third. Rafaela at first with no outs. And a curve is down and in. Activity in the bullpen. Gabe Spire, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Bizzardo, a right-hander, loosening up as well. And a count 1-2.
Punch him out. Sit him down.
That's down and in.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Line drive, makes the grab, 1 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Bregman up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Runners are at the corners. 1 away. Makes a sliding stop to first. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Well, he still gets the RBI, but that was a really nice play. Great athleticism. You get it out, and you take away the base hit.
Now it's Devers at the plate. Has grounded out a couple of times. First pitch misses. And a strike to Devers. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. And a slider misses down and away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond.
Full count.
Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
Tristan Casas would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
So now
Ball
2
four,
on
first base.
and 2 outs.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Now batting Tristan Casas. He's already homered in this game.
Come on, Mariners.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
On the ground to short. They get the force. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Mariners 2.
Now pitching for the Red
Back
Sox.
now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Josh Winkowski.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Leading up.
Here's the third baseman, Jorge Polanco. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Polanco.
That clips the zone. 0-1. There's a strike.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Next offering down low and in the dirt.
1-2.
In the air, left field, Duran puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Here's Dylan Moore. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Come on, Seattle.
Winkowski, in his 3rd season, he throws a cutter, a sinker, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. One down, base is empty. That one fouled off.
Come on, Seattle.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. Here's Victor Robles. This one in the air, right field. That one gets down for a hit. So Julio Rodriguez now gets a chance with 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 44, Julio.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
You got this.
In the dirt. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball, no.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Move to first. Robles dives back in.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Robles leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1 left for Seattle. They're down 3-2. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Gabe Spire.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Here's Trevor Story now. 1 for 2.
Story.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Trent Thornton up and throwing. And the 0-1. And a foul ball. Next pitch is downstairs.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball 2.
Strike him out.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. And next is the designated hitter, Masataka Yoshida.
Masataka Yoshida.
Swing and a foul straight back. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And base hit.
Up next for the Red Sox, the right fielder.
Runner on at first with
Wilyer
1 gone. So
Abreu.
stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu.
Get the double play.
Ball 1, no strikes. One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Pitch misses, 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
2-1.
And that's off the inside edge. 3-1. This one in the air. Crawford snags it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, catcher Connor Wong.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Connor Wong. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
And delivers outside.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Hit on the ground to short. Crawford whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. So 1 hit is all they get. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Mariners 2. Well, we go bottom 6, and the batter now, Cal Raleigh. Winkowski back to work. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Justin Slayton appears to be getting loose. Chapman also getting ready. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over.
Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
No outs, runner at first. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. And ball 1. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a ball. Outside low, and it's 3-0. Luke Raley in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Here's a 3-0. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Josh Winkowski will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Brennan Bernardino gets the ball now.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
First and second, no outs. Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. And fouled off. Raleigh over at second. Arozarena on at first with nobody out.
You got this.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Henniger.
In now is the Mariners DH, Mitch Haniger. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Double play ball to second. Whips it to Casas, and they take care of Haniger for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Hit in the air, center field. Rafaela has this one sized up, brings it in, and that ends the inning. Mariners leave a couple, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Trent Thornton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
On the ground to third, and that one handled. No throw. He's safe at first.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Now here is Jarren Duran. On a line, base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
And now it's Alex Bregman. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
That was the sweeper, but it missed. The 1-0. Runner takes off. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a miss.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
Line drive, base hit right field. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. And next for the Red Sox, Rafael Devers. That pitch gets the inside corner. 0-1. Red Sox leading it by 2. Right through there for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Inside, almost got him. Red Sox by 2.
Strike him out.
That one way inside. Runners on the corners, no outs. Swing swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing happening on the bases, though. So he needed a strikeout there, and he got it. And now we'll see how they play it defensively.
Yeah, now they can move the middle infielders back a little bit, get into double play depth, and look for a ground ball and roll it up, get a big double play, get out of this inning. I tell you what, that was a big strikeout in a spot where they really needed one.
And here's the first baseman, Tristan Casas. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Misses the sweeper.
0-1.
Here comes the 0-1.
Ball 1. 1-1.
And misses inside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Bregman runs. Up the middle. Crawford throws to first in time. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Trevor Story.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Trent Thornton departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Edward Bizzardo on to pitch here.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. 1 for 3. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Runner at second. 2 down. Outside. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners 2.
Now pitching for the Red
We're
Sox,
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th.
Number 63.
Justin Slayton.
Justin Slayton.
Now the third baseman,
Way to go.
Jorge
For
Polanco.
third
The
baseman,
Mariners in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
On the inside corner for a strike.
Well, these Mariners looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
So up next, Dylan Moore.
Let's go.
In for a strike. It's 0-1. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The M's trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch is outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 8th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Masataka Yoshida. Hammer, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, right fielder,
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard, and he beats it. He's safe.
The batter, the catcher.
So stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. And that's in there at the knees.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
And fires in a fastball at 95. No outs, runners at first and second. That misses, and a count 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Finish him. Swing.
Now one missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Sit him down.
Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Double play kills the inning.
Check swing, called strike. Swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Duran, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-1.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So they strand a pair. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners 2. On to the bottom of the 8th, and stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez.
Mariners, the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
And that one hit to first, and he takes it himself for the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Boston's bullpen with some activity. Liam Hendricks, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Chapman warming up as well.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Rosarena at the plate and takes high there. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
1 ball, 1 strike. Let's go, Mariners.
Clips the corner, and that's strike 2. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Abreu going back, drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Justin Slayton out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So they turn to their closer, Liam Hendricks.
Now pitching for Boston, number 31, Liam Hendricks.
And now Luke Raley. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Man on second, 2 down. Just missed.
1-1.
Let's go, Seattle.
Rips that one to right. Abreu makes the play. That is the inning. Mariners leave 1. They trail at 5-2. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Troy Taylor.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Here's the second baseman, Alex Bregman.
The second baseman, Alex Bregman.
There's a strike. Action in the pen down there. Carlos Vargas, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. That one the other way. And they get Bregman for the out. Rafael Devers up to hit.
Come on in.
There's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
That's a little bit low. And that's in for a strike. And a count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Fly ball to right. Robles nabs it. 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox.
Let's go, Mariner.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Inside. And a count even 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
1-2.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Around first, digging for 2. Relay throw to second. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Here's Story now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a chopper out to short.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Crawford throws to first in time. And that is that. And the Red Sox leave 1. They're still out in front 5-2. And we're back at the plate. Mitch Haniger.
The designated hitter, Mitch Haniger.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And now it's even up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That misses. 3-2 now. Right through there, got him. And 1 away.
Man, he had the stanky leg on that one right there. That curveball just locked him up.
He's 2 outs away. Here's the shortstop at the plate. J.P. Crawford, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And that one fouled off. The Mariners trailing by 3. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And that just misses. That one not close. And that's ball 2. Bases empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. Next pitch is outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
So it's their last chance in this one. Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1. Two outs. Strike 2.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
This could end it. On the ground, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out, and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
Your Seattle Mariners.
All right, just about ready for baseball. Today's starting pitcher, Logan Gilbert.
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming because it's breaking two planes, horizontal and vertical.
Jarren Duran leading things off and takes a strike.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rodriguez settles under it, and there's 1 down. Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora.
Bregman.
Here's Alex Bregman.
Come on, Logan.
That's in for a strike. Gilbert, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down. No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Rafael Devers stands in now and watches strike 1.
Down low.
2 outs, base is empty. Swings through that one.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. Catcher has it. Fires to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Middle of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here with my pal Singy. On the hill here today, Garrett Crochet. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
We go to the bottom of the first, and now for Seattle, Victor Robles. Strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Batting second, the center
Now the
fielder,
number 2 hitter, Julio Rodriguez. That one misses, and that is ball 1.
No strike.
Just missed. 1 out, bases empty. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. That's out number 2. And now we check out the Mariners lineup.
Cal Raleigh.
Two down, bases empty. Cal Raleigh getting ready to hit. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And there's a ball.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Right through there for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nobody left for Seattle. We played an inning. No score. Second inning set to go. And now the first baseman, Tristan Casas.
Let's go, Em. Come on, Logan.
Gilbert back to work. And that misses. Ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
Here's Trevor Story.
Let's go, Mariners.
Come on, Mariners.
Just
No,
off
that's
the
the ball.
inside edge. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. And gone. That'll fire up the dugout. And the Red Sox jump in front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
One down. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. There's a swing and a miss. Yoshida in his third season, batting sixth in today's lineup. And though usually in left field, today he's the designated hitter.
Some guys don't like not being able to play defense because it helps them to stay in the rhythm. So for him to be the DH, we'll see if he gets a routine together.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Rodriguez under it. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Batting seventh, the right fielder.
Two outs, base is empty. Wilyer Abreu will hit next. Popped in the air, left field. And that is that. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And here it comes. Going to count 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Luke Raley in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1-1.
That one finds the corner. 1 and 2. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Full count.
On the ground, right side. Bregman. The throw to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Designated hitter, Mitch Haniger.
And now here's the veteran DH, Mitch Haniger.
Come on, Mitch.
That's to third. Devers whips it across, and they take care of Haniger for the out. And the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there. They're down 1-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, and here's the catcher, Connor Wong.
Let's go, Seattle!
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. There's a strike.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. First pitch just misses. And that drops in for a strike. Now one missed.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and the speedy runner is on at first.
Now batting, left fielder,
Back to the top of the lineup, Jarren Duran. Up next for the Red Sox. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Come on, punch him out.
0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Bregman in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes.
Come on, Seattle.
Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Two outs. That's inside. And the count is 3-1. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
And here is Devers, 0 for 1 so far. Into center and a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Now batting, the first baseman.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. Next to hit, Tristan Casas.
No, that's
First
outside.
pitch, and he just misses. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Now 1-1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
2 on, 2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Punch him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back in Seattle as we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. A little bit high, And that's ball one.
One ball, no strike. Yeah.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Polanco.
Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
That was straight queso right there.
And that's through there for a strike.
0-2.
That one misses, and the count is 1-2.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Second baseman.
Here's Dylan Moore. On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Duran sizing this one up, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that's the inning. Start of the fourth. Trevor Story comes up to the plate.
Trevor Story.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, Seattle.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Yoshida batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Come on, Mariners.
That's down and in.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Inside, almost got him.
Go home, Red Sox.
The count 2-1. And that's outside.
3-1.
Red Sox leading it by 2. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Fly to left his first time.
Get to! Woo! Ball.
Squirts away a little bit.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Rodriguez settles under it. Corrals it. 2 down. Connor Wong
Up
digs
next for
in
the Red
now.
Sox,
He struck
the
out
catcher,
swinging in his
Connor
first at bat.
Wong.
Let's go, Ems!
Let's go, Mariners.
Breaking
That's a
ball in
strike.
there for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Let's go.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. One left for the Red Sox, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit.
Victor Robles.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to. Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
No ball. One
Rodriguez
strike.
in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind him. This is
Robles runs.
Ball.
There's a ball.
One
Throw to
more.
second. Save.
Let's go, Julio.
Just missed. Red Sox by 2. Ripped, but it curls foul. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Cal Raleigh. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. One out and a runner at second.
Come on, big dumper.
On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul.
Ball.
Let's go, Seattle.
That one just misses. And the count is 2-2.
really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Arozarena.
So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Randy Arozarena.
Come on, Mariners.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a ball popped up. One. And that is that. One left for Seattle, and they're down 2-0. And we're back. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Cedon Rafaela. Rafaela, in his second season, 24 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. And he takes a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And there's a foul ball.
Come on in.
Ball one.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Right side. Gets it to first. One away here in the fifth.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jaron Duran.
So the batting order turns over. Jaron Duran up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch misses. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth.
That's a strike.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Rodriguez settles underneath it, and there's 2 down.
Here we go. Come on.
The batter number 2, second baseman,
Alex Bregman, the next to hit. He is struck out, and he is walked. And first offering is fouled off. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Throw to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. Crochet back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That misses the zone. 1-2 the count. He goes down looking.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Haniger now at the plate as he swings through strike one. And that's through there for a strike. 0-2 now. High fly ball, shallow right field. Abreu makes the grab for the second out.
The batter, number 3, shortstop,
And now the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Grounded out his first time. Just missed.
Good lead.
That missed inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
2-0.
And another ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Base hit center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Waste no time there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now it's the second baseman, Dylan Moore. Devers throws on to first, and that will end the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Mariners nothing. Back at T-Mobile Park, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Rafael Devers.
Let's go, Mariners.
Come on, Mariners.
Pitch misses there, ball 1.
Let's go, Ems.
And foul ball. Next offering is down low. And that one missing low.
1 strike.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So digging in, Tristan Casas.
Turn 2.
And that one fouled off. Nobody out, runner at first.
Come on, Seattle.
That one down the line, and it stays fair. It's in and out of his glove. Now second and third, and nobody out.
Now batting, the
Just a
shortstop,
simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Logan Gilbert done for the day, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break.
now pitching for
So out of the
Mariners,
bullpen for the Mariners, Gabe
number
Spire.
55.
Huge opportunity to add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to have to make some great pitches to work out of this jam, though.
Digging in, Trevor Story. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Come on, Seattle.
That first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Clearly taking all the way right there. I think he's just trying to measure up this new arm out there on the mound.
High fly ball down the left field line. Raging back towards the wall. Leaping, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip.
Oh, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. Right through there for a strike. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Trent Thornton up and loosening in the pen. Bizzardo, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Inside, just missed. Just off the inside edge. Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
Grounds one to short. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out.
Oh, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
And here is Wilyer Abreu.
Let's go Mariners.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
That misses. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there, and it's out of here. That one felt good. Second home run of the inning for them. And they add a run. It's 6-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
2 outs, nobody on. Ceddanne Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. And a breaking ball misses outside. Hit in the air, right field. Robles. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in Seattle, bottom of the 6th. And now the right fielder, Victor Robles.
clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
That's a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The center fielder, number 44,
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. Outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Let's go now. Base hit here.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Here's a big power threat. Cal Raleigh, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one's a little bit low. 1-0. First and second, no outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Base hit now.
That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch.
1-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. First and second here, no outs. This one popped up.
That's an
Infield fly called there.
Now batting, left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Randy Arozarena.
Let's keep it going.
That one's in there. Strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
The next pitch misses, and it's 1-1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Swings and chases a low one
1
there.
ball, 2 strikes.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Up next for the
Next is
Mariners,
the speedy
the
first baseman, Luke Raley.
Rayleigh.
That one
Ball 1.
outside. Ball 1.
1-0.
Swings through that.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss. Robles, the lead runner out at second. Rodriguez on at first with 2 down. Outside corner, got him looking.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound,
46.
Trent Thornton.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind.
leading off the
Every
Red Sox,
outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Duran in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Come on, Mariners.
And
Ball 1.
takes low for ball 1.
1-1.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
Off the plate, and now 3-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Bregman.
And the batter now, Alex Bregman. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. That one's in there, 0-1.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Just missed.
Let's get two here.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Makes the catch for the out. Devers now.
Up next for the
Devers, the
Red Sox,
baby-faced
third baseman,
assassin.
Rafael Devers.
Let's turn two.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Man at first, one away.
Let's go, Ems.
Swing better.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Let's go, Mariners.
And that one clips the corner.
Let's go, Seattle.
And Raffy falls victim to the K.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Casas in the box with two gone and takes a look at a called strike. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Rodriguez has a beat on it. Makes the catch. And that's the third out. And the Red Sox leave one. They lead it, though, 6-0.
Now pitching for
We're
Boston.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh.
57.
Greg Weiser.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
The designated
Now it's the
hitter,
Mariners DH, Mitch Haniger.
Haniger.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Duran under it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, J.P.
And here is J.P. Crawford. He's 0 for 1.
Come on, Mariners. Here we go, Mariners.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Way to be patient. Let's go, Ed.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
One ball.
This guy's got
one
such a
strike.
good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1.
One strike.
just missed.
3-1.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now, Jorge Polanco. There's a strike.
0-1.
Crawford at first, one gone. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. Next offering is fouled back.
Come on, let's keep it going.
Not close with that one. 2-2. The Red Sox up big in this one. Here, the bottom of the seventh.
Let's go, Mariners.
And that's outside. And now it's 3-2. Stays alive.
Let's do it, Mariners!
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Up next for the Mariners, the second
And
baseman,
now it's going to be Dylan Moore.
Moore.
Come now, here we go.
Let's go, Seattle!
That's hard hit on the line. Snags it on the run. 2 away now.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's Victor Robles. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Let's go, Seattle!
Foul ball.
Let's go, Seattle.
To third. Fair ball. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe. It's 6-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
First and second, 2 outs. And up next for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. 1 for 3. And the sweeper is in for a strike. Slice to right. Abreu makes the grab, and that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and this is now a 6-1 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Edward Bizardo.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Leading off with the
Now here is Trevor Story looking for his 3rd home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his 2nd of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris.
Go, Seattle!
Bizzardo, a righty that throws with power. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a sinker, and occasionally works in a splitter. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Masataka Yoshida getting ready to hit.
Come on, Mariners.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a two-bagger.
Everything came together for him. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
So up next, Wilyer Abreu. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Go, Ems.
And there's a strike. The 0-1. Ball one there.
1-1.
Come on, Seattle.
There's the strike. 95 of that one. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Man at second. And now the count is even. That's inside.
Full count.
Let's go, Seattle.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Up next for the
Now
Red
it's
Sox,
going to be
the
Connor
catcher,
Wong.
Connor
He's already homered here in this one.
Let's go, Mariners.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And
No
it's
ball.
0-1.
One strike.
To the right side.
Go, go,
Fires
go,
over
go,
to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. One left for the Red Sox. They lead it, though, 6-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Josh Winkowski.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. 0 for 3 in this one.
Let's go, Seattle.
Top of the zone for a called strike. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Brennan Bernardino, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Slayton, the right-hander, also getting loose. Ground ball, Casas steps on first for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners.
Come on, Seattle.
Right through there for a strike. And the next pitch is way outside. Red Sox up 6-1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Come on, Mariners!
Fly ball down the line, and that will drop foul.
Let's go, Mariners!
Swings over the top of that one. Gets to it onto first. Out on the drop, 3rd strike, 2 gone.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
2 down, bases empty. Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. That's a strike across the top of the zone. That one out to right. Abreu on the move towards foul ground.
No, that's
Won't
foul.
get to this one. It drops foul. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Mariners are down in order. They trail it 6-1. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Cedar Rafaela. Bizardo back to work. That's in there. That's strike 1. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Troy Taylor getting loose out there. Vargas also throwing. Here's your 1. And that's in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Ball 1. 1-2.
That's off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Duran,
No,
the next to hit,
outside.
takes outside.
Hurt.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
1 out, runner at second. Bregman now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second. Swinging a foul out of play. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Come on, Mariners!
1-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. In the air, out towards left center. Rosarena makes the play, and that is that. Bottom of the ninth, and now the DH, Mitch Haniger.
The designated hitter, Mitch Haniger.
And that's in there at the knees. Next offering misses down and away. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that one is downstairs. Now 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Let's go, Mariners!
Crawford at the plate now. That's ball 1. The Red Sox leading by 5. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that's downstairs. And it's 2-1. Ground ball right side. Bregman in plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the third baseman, Jorge Polanco. And that's in the dirt. And it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And that's way high. Now 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Let's go, Seattle!
Right through there for a strike. And there's a ball.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. One strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Seattle Mariners.
Just about ready to go. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings. Logan Gilbert. What do we have on him?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. And the first pitch misses for ball one. In there at the knees. The 1-2. Ripped to third and caught. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Now it's Alex Bregman.
Come on now, Logan.
And there's the strike. Gilbert, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Next offering is in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
One out, bases empty. And he gets Bregman. Two gone.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs, base is empty.
What was that?
He was all over that one. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Now batting Tristan Casas. First pitch just misses. Two outs. And that's down and away.
Go back home, Sox.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's back. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way, and they grab the lead. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
And with 2 down, the Red Sox. The early lead. Here's Story now. The shortstop takes the ball. Red Sox already leading. Swing and a miss.
One ball, one strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that skips in the dirt. Right side. Robles gets under it. And that is that. 2 runs for Boston on the home run. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back at T-Mobile Park and towing the slab, Garrett Crochet.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Victor Robles, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swings and misses. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting third, the catcher, Cal.
And now for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. Step off, throw to first. Rodriguez back in on a dive. That one catches the zone. It's 0-1. Rodriguez stands at first with 1 out. And ball 1. Next offering is fouled back.
Come on, big dumper.
Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. 2 on, 1 out. Rosarena will hit next. In there at the knees for a strike. The pitch. Now he breaks his bat. The throw to second, over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll head to inning number 2 at T-Mobile Park. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Mariners nothing. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Masataka Yoshida. Yoshida measures 5 feet 8 inches, batting 6th in today's lineup. And he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Next offering is in for a strike. To the right side.
Get it in gear.
One out in the second.
Batting seventh, the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox.
Let's go, Logan.
There's the strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
In the air, center field. Rodriguez settles under it, and there's 2 away.
All day, baby.
Batting eighth, the catcher, Connor Wong.
2 outs, base is empty. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Let's go, Mariner.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-2.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Go, Seattle.
One-two.
In the dirt, blocked. To second, but way too late, safe there. And now a man into scoring position.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch, and now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Man on second, 2 down.
Ball 2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and they can't get the out.
Back-to-back singles. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
Now batting Jarren Duran. He's 0 for 1. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Runners on first and third, 2 away here at the top of the second. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Strike him out.
Got him swinging. That's out number 3. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Mariners nothing. Bottom of the inning, and now the first baseman, Luke Raley.
First baseman, Luke Raley.
Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
And another ball.
What's a good pitch there.
2-0
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
A little bit
No,
low.
that's a
And
ball.
now 3-0.
3 balls, no strikes.
And there's the automatic. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Batting 6, the designated
Now
hitter,
batting Mitch Haniger.
Haniger.
Let's go, Mitch. Let's keep the inning alive.
Go Seattle!
And the sweeper is off the plate.
1-0.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
2-1.
This one in the dirt. The 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Abreu hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting 7, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners.
Let's go, Crawdaddy! Keep the inning alive!
Fought off foul.
Let's go, Seattle.
No.
Anakin.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Over to Story for 1. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning. So they make short work of them there. We played 2 full. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Mariners nothing. Back in Seattle, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Alex Bregman. Gilbert back to work. That's to third, Polanco. Whips it to first. And they get Bregman for the out. Here's Rafael Devers. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. First offering, and it just misses.
Get out of here, Red Sox.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count 1-1. And he grounds one to the right side, but that rolls foul. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Casas in the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Rodriguez sizes this one up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the veteran third baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Polanco.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Got him. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's Dylan Moore. Ball 1, no strikes. And that drops in for a strike.
Let's go, Mariners.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. The 1-2.